There is a story that I read to kids. It's about a lion who goes for a haircut. He goes inside the salon, and due to the mirrors around, he just sees himself all around. He is scared by his own roars and his own looks. So he goes and tells his friend, never have a haircut. I believe this is related to the evil that Rumi hints at again and again. Please shed some light. The lion meets a well-wisher, a sage lion. The sage lion, in his compassion, holds the hand of this scared lion, takes him to a pond and asks him to look attentively at his own image in the pond. Now obviously, the scared lion too has often drunk water, and whenever he has looked at a pond or any other source of water, he has seen his image, but he has never paid any attention. The sage lion says, see, this is the earthly, worldly, sensual phenomena of reflection, and all that you perceive are called phenomenon. This world is a phenomenal place. That which happens on the surface is called a phenomenon. And beneath all phenomenon, there is the noumenon. That which never happens. So the scared lion is instructed in such teachings. He is told of the principles of the universe. And he is taken again to the salon. And again he looks at all the mirrors. And what does he do? What does he do? He again gets afraid. He again roars and hears his own echoes. And he is again shocked and feels attacked. He comes out. The sage lion is compassionate. He says, don't worry, son. Happens. Let's repeat the drill. Let's again go to the pond. Let's again look at your reflection. The course is on. So they do the same thing again. And again the lion returns to the saloon. And what happens? He again gets scared. Now one of the attendants in the saloon has been watching all this. So he asks him, he says, first of all, you are so foolish. And secondly, I also see you are quite unfortunate. Because that old sage has been teaching you again and again. You don't understand. First of all, you are so foolish that you look at these things and get psyched up. And then here is the teacher and still. Now what does this scared lion do? He says, friend, the teacher is an ass. He's not a lion at all. You know what? I'm not scared despite him. I'm scared because of him. The first time I was just a little nervous. Nothing more than that. But passing occurrence is leaving me more and more disturbed because he is feeding into me such inane principles. He has eaten my brain out because he is old. So due to respect, I can't shoo him away. Forcibly I have to listen to him. And he tells me so many things about sound, about voice, about reflection, about echoes. All the physics of the universe he wants to drill down into my head. It is all because of him. Now the attendant in the saloon gets annoyed. He says, you are not foolish. You are a little more than that. I look up the dictionary to find the right word. So this one comes out. The old sage is very compassionate. He keeps repeating his drills for 2 months. Now 2 months are passing and every day the attendant is laughing at this fellow. Outside the sage is trying to teach him. Inside the attendant is trying to teach him. The more people are trying to teach him, the more he becomes convinced that the world is not only stupid but actually evil. He is now fully convinced that it is because of his teachers that he is in such a bad position. Comes the first day of the 3rd month. The scared lion still finds himself suffering. Suffering has now become very normal for him. He suffers so much that he doesn't suffer anymore. Suffering has become an almost permanent state with him, so it doesn't bother him. What becomes permanent with you becomes like your truth. That is the hallmark of truth. It is timeless, permanent. If your suffering becomes permanent, then suffering has taken the place of truth. It doesn't bother you. How can the truth bother anybody? And suffering has now substituted truth for you. So he is quite afraid, and still he comes out. Full of swag. Totally afraid. Yet so much swag. And the old sage lion comes to him and says, dear, you are still afraid. He says, who is afraid? Who is afraid? He says, see, you have again wet pants. This is the latest fashion, dude. To be wet down there. Only old jerks like you keep dry. I'm a young fellow. Why should I be so dry? The sage has seen life, and he has seen many like these. He knows that the young lion is losing it. He knows that the patient is taking his last breaths. He makes one last attempt, and that last attempt proves to be his last. He makes an attempt, and the young lion says, enough of you, old bloke. One tight slap, and the old one is gone. Now that is evil. To be so averse to learning that you would rather eliminate the teacher. To be just afraid of echoes and images is not evil. It is human. Evil is when you are so wedded to fear, when you are so determined to not to change that you would rather kill the teacher. I remain undisturbed if people around me tell me to stay away from Advait, from you. I refuse to be corrected here. I see that. Is that evil now? Is that the same as Maya? Yes, Monika ji, that can be evil. Advait, me, the people here are all but representatives. We are all penultimate. We are not the ultimate. We are the one before the ultimate. We are the second last rung of the ladder. We are missionaries. The mission belongs to someone else. Your primary affiliation must not be with these bodies, these persons, these names. I must be listened to till the day I speak on behalf of the truth. The day it is my person talking, the day I am talking from a point of fear or insecurity, you must be prepared to rather help me than listen to me. Are you getting it? The messenger cannot substitute the sender of the message. The glory of the messenger is a reflected glory. The sun might appear to be in the mirror, but the sun is never in the mirror. I am at most a mirror. You might be seeing the sun in me. The sun is not in me. My job, my life work is to orient myself in such a way that I serve as a good reflector. Even the mirror is useful if it turns its back to the sun. It won't reflect anything then. My job is to keep myself oriented in a way that reflection remains possible and useful. The day the mirror breaks, what would you do with this place called Advait BodhSthal? There are bricks, there is cement, there is material. All material falls. This place too will crumble down. This fellow that you call as a teacher, as a fellow, he is just blood and bones. He is aging. The bones will decay. He will disappear. Do not be insistent about anything that carries a name, form, place. If you can think of something, do not insist on that thing, because that thing is just a bubble in time. Bubbles are cute, aren't they? But all cuteness is palatable ugliness. Bubbles bubbles are cute. Rhythm likes bubbles. Especially when there is a procession of bubbles. Like in the dance that we had in the kids camp. You remember that? Lucky was running around with his little thing and there were bubbles all around. A train of bubbles. And because it was evening, so the bubbles were shining. This fellow has a photograph in which he is chasing a bubble with a camera. What are you chasing with that camera? Munikaji, what are you chasing? We are all bubbles. I might appear as a sacred bubble, but yet I am a bubble. Anything that has name, shape, form is not worthy of hardcore insistence. And that which is worthy of unconditional reverence is not somebody you can think of. So you cannot really point a finger at him and say, I bow down to him. He is not a person. He is not a body. He is not a shape. He is not a thought. To whom are you bowing down? What is there in that direction? What is there in that direction? What is there in any direction? As far as this world is concerned, remain a little casual. Remain a little casual. You must have a loving contempt towards this world. A sweet contempt. Not violent. But I am talking, cute contempt. But yet I am using the word contempt because if you are not contemptuous, then you are reverent. And this world does not really deserve reverence. At most, it deserves reflected reverence. Like you keep the lover's letter with you. That kind of love. The letter has nothing of its own. It's just that the fragrance of the lover is there in the letter, so you keep it with you. Similarly, if the world deserves any love, it is because it has the fragrance of the beyond. Otherwise, what is there in the world? There is nothing in the world, and there is nothing in me, and there is nothing in this place called BodhSthal. Let nothing become a fixation with you.